Greetings, everybody. Welcome. I am so grateful to be here. I hope that you can hear me clearly. We welcome the ancestors into our space. I am blessed to be a vessel. And I'm glad that you are here to receive. We are on the heels of Halloween and all of the fun stuff. And our ancestors made it very clear that they are to be revered. Ashe. So, my name is Atiba, and once in a blue moon do we get to turn up like this. So sit back, relax, and allow the ancestors to soothe your soul and to remind you that you are whole and that you have gold within that skin, that melanin. So take hold as the world shall behold. All right, so we are going to allow the messages to flow. Guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, ancestors, sacred ones, we call on you and welcome you here now. I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from these tools will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. Ashe. So, there are some very clear messages on the table already, and we are going to take this time to utilize everything that we've been given to bring forth the realization of our birthright and of our dreams. And so we have a reading here. I got the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, and it's come with quite an extensive and beautiful book. And so, intuitively led by the divine, we have something here. Rada, air, agua. Agua is water, or more appropriate here, the elemental force of air expressed through water. The horizon, where the sky falls to meet the sea, is the point where these two elements join. This horizon is the point where Agua's ship may be sighted. Between the waters and the ship, between the waters and the sky, his ship boldly moves. Deep below, where the waters meet the earth, he holds his banquets. He is the lover of Erzulie in her form as La Siren. As heir of water, and in relationship to the Siren and Olokun, Agwe's primary point of manifestation is upon the water's surface. Of the sea trinity of Agwe, La Siren, and Olokun, he is the most accessible, in that his ship floats safely over the waters. It is within his power to make the journey of sailors safe. He can promise safe passage. In terms of positioning on the tree of life, the ship of Agwe sails between the internal inspiration provided by the master of the head, or the number 5, and the worldly influences of the market, number 10. One's fortunes may be safely entrusted to its hold. This ship on the tree of life. Sailing upon deep waters, the land thousands of feet below its hull, the mercy of safe passage. Quiet in the presence of real or implied threat. Trust that matters will turn out for the best. So thank you, ancestors, for providing us safe passage towards our birthright and on our journey. We have the full card here, taking that leap of faith right over the edge and allowing for the protection within this womb of creation that is ever present, the cycle of life and death and rebirth, and bringing forth new as we shed the old. Okay. Our ancestors are very clear that we all have our time, and while they were here, they lived. And in that life, they were protected and safe in the womb of creation as we are, receiving provisions and safe passage along the way. And even in their transition, still within the womb of creation, where the sky and the water meet. In the air, we can feel them, we can sense them, we know that they're there. We are them. They live in us. We represent them, and we carry their stories on the wind as we pass down the truth of who we are. And so it's time to launch our journey as intrepid travelers sailing forth into the universe and really taking hold of what is ours in our baggage, our luggage, whatever that may be, that which we carry forward from our ancestors. We're bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. This womb of creation is here, helping us to give rise to a new way, a new peaceful existence for all of us. And so they're rooting for us, they're cheering us on, and they're providing chariots to carry us forward so we can ride in, not only internally to connect with them, but also ride in to the world stage and take pleasure in being the fullness that we are. We're encouraged to feel good and feel grateful and blessed and manifest through that sense of pleasure and ecstasy that is provided to us in all dimensions, but especially here in life, because we can embrace the things that we can feel and sense. And so I feel the chills as I'm surrounded by love and strength and fearlessness into the future. We have forgiveness supporting the movement of our Merkaba into the next dimension, and learning from our ancestors how to utilize our energy. We have a reflection: as above, so below, as within, so without. Here, this looks beautifully like an Ankh with the wings of Ma'at. Here we have goddess energy. Our feathers, our wings are protecting us and guiding us and channeling that divine energy through us so that we can ground it into reality, the new reality, the one that they are excited for us to create, because they did the best that they could while they were here. And now they're providing us with insight and foresight and guidance and protection and love so that we can move forward and also share that experience with them through our connection. Okay. So we allow the energy of love to guide us towards self-approval. Okay. So others no longer define who we are. Self-determination. And so we forgive ourselves for allowing the illusion of freedom to have cloaked us from showing that extravagant flair that rides in on the air as we move through any space. They feel us before they see us. And so even in that sensing of our presence, we still move with grace and class and with ease through so much of our experiences collectively and individually. So I pray that this forthcoming message and the one that has already been shared is encouragement for you, a light tap on the bottom from the universe and from our ancestors, from our guides, to go ahead and define yourself, satisfy your own dreams, launch your journey into living your truth and embracing that fully, unapologetically. Let your horn show. Okay. We have so many different things that the ancestors asked to be present here. And so we're going to clear the air with some water and air, yes. The mist that helps to carry these messages forward for us and also purify us in the process. So let's see what else the ancestors would like to bring forward as we channel through while the veil is ever thin on this once in a blue moon Halloween night, which according to the TV would give us all a fright if we actually allowed our horns to show on such a full moon night. We have 2 zeros here, so that womb of creation supporting us heavily in giving birth to a new reality into our dreams. What else do you have for us, ancestors? I'm so grateful. Thank you. Ooh. So definitely allowing that fire to create a new world. Wow. We have what would seem like the high priestess, Alofi, giving birth. She has the world in her womb. Divine goddess. And at the bottom here, we have the number 3. So let's see. We have confirmation, synchronicity, balance, as above, so below. The ancestors are acknowledging the messages coming through on the wind, the whispers on the wind, as this beautiful dreadlocked girl is nurturing and cultivating anew within. And so we open this space for many worlds, many new timelines to be born, many more souls to come through. Our ancestors are passing through again. And so we're grateful for our elders as they transition and allow the cycle to continue and become our guiding light and all-seeing eye. Ashe. So the first card that did show up for us looks very much like a phoenix, a reborn existence with the ferocity and fearlessness in their eyes that lets you know that they're an old soul, that the depths that one can go even with such scary things, right? They've turned our voodoo practices and our ancestral understandings into dark magic, but it's the spark of creation, that darkness of the womb space that allows us to be birthed into the light. And that spark of life is to be honored and respected and continued. So, like magicians on the earthly plane, we get to transition ourselves over and over again and give birth to something new because we have the world egg here. We are the mother of civilization. We are the creator of this world. And those who have eyes and ears to know the truth shall hear, feel, and know what is next. Embrace the world, hold the egg, manifest that destiny. I really feel like I would like to bring you guys closer to me, but it's the message that's important. These pictures are beautiful. We have that womb of creation in all of its forms here. The dark womb space with the spark of life, the waiting process, the listening, the nurturing, and then giving birth to this egg and allowing it to hatch and release its shell so that it can exist freely and continue that process of shedding and being reborn and releasing things to receive anew. And this cycle gets to start all over again. So there's nothing to fear about our lineage, about our process, about where we are and where we're going, because this is the cycle, one that we've all embraced at the core and know to be true. So making sure to balance our energy and allow those sparks to create life in positive ways, really releasing any of those shadow ways of doing things, so that we don't set ablaze to what we're creating, okay? We can do that in a peaceful way. Yes, that's shame. And we can allow those flames to not create more of the same patterns that our ancestors created, but to really allow those flames to be a part of our wise decision making as we move forward, of what it means to truly be a part of this cycle. This is beautiful. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 flames here. So thank you, ancestors. 8 plus 8 is 16. So they're telling me to read from the Rainbow Warriors. I'm gonna light some sage real quick and allow that message to permeate our being. Thank you for being present. I love you. All right, so number 16 here is the Explorer card. Okay, so intrepid travelers sailing forth into the universe. Okay, explorer, investigation, expansion, lightheartedness, courage, travel, trust. At some point during the course of a cycle, exploration of new options is valuable or necessary, albeit sometimes it's frivolous. Frustration in the face of a stalemate can promote the need to try new things, especially when the old ones have outlived their usefulness. Practicing new belief systems that create greater opportunity, but may require stronger discipline, is truly an art. Detachment, or becoming present to the wonders of every moment, is the greatest gift to the explorer. This is the time to let go of the tight holds we have on our current situation in thoughts or in deeds. There are inherent elements to this process. Maintain trust to stay committed to your agreements. Identify purpose to investigate new options. And seek inspiration to endure until the cycle is complete. How can you expand your horizons while staying dedicated to your current goals? Ashe. Ashe. Thank you. All right, so our ancestors have kicked that off really beautifully, and I'm so grateful for their presence. Gonna clear some space from our reading table here. I hope you guys like my setup. I have been a nomadic traveler for about, I guess you could say, between 2 and 4 years, because I'm originally from New York. What up? What up? And I'm here currently in Atlanta. What up? And so the journey that the ancestors have guided me on has been quite an exploratory experience, to say the least. Not only for myself, but for my daughter, my beautiful, amazing daughter, who decided to go live for you guys. So if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely check me out. I'll leave all that information available to you guys. And so anyway, launching our journey from New York was really divinely timed. And although we've had very many ups and downs on that journey, we've also learned a lot and we've explored a lot, and we've been able to connect with our ancestors and with our higher aspects, myself and my daughter. And we've been able to connect with people and allow the wisdom that we gained through those travels to really support our expansion and our sense of liberation and freedom from the old mindsets that would have entrapped us. And so in that nomadic lifestyle, we found much freedom, and we've also found all the ways that said systems of thinking or ways of doing things, and the trends that we follow, how much we actually know within our being, like a different truth. And so I'll share more with you guys, but I think for now, the encouragement is to really launch your journey. Like, don't be afraid. Yeah, there's a plane passing over, so spread your wings and, soar. Even if you have some dips and you gotta rest for a little bit, we're getting to see things from a different perspective, okay? And so let's go to the cards and see what else they have here. I'm gonna go to the African American Tarot. Also very excited and happy to have some new decks present. The universe has been blessing me still along the way, and so I'm grateful for that. Any love, energy exchanges that you guys would like to share to support the journey, we welcome it. And we also encourage you to just join the family, join the community, join the tribe. The universe is blessing us here with the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the babies, the sweet, innocent children that are dreaming of our ancestors. They're connected to them in a very unique way. And in granting them in our own ways, in this physical reality, the space to connect with the Most High, God, Goddess, Universe, Spirit, all of our ancestors, angel team, and guides truly of the light, for sure. They too are torches of that spark of life that support us in remembering that we are to remain childlike and to trust that everything, no matter what, is going to work itself out, whether in this realm or another, and that they're interconnected. So yes, this Ace of Pentacles is the universe and the ancestors really blessing us with that coin from the air. We see he's coming in, riding in on a cloud, and granting the youth another opportunity through our work, right? Holding them up tall enough to reach that pentacle and giving them an opportunity to be free of those mindsets and ways of doing things. And we have the Empress here, the divine feminine energy, supporting us with her wisdom and her purification, her fertility, her support as we continue this process, just like the water cycle. Okay, so safe passage. The gods and goddesses are looking down on us right now. They're connected to us. They are offering us the things that we would need, right? Healing energy, the earthly provisions that we need, daily manna from the sun itself. And so knowing these things, we can rock our crowns and wear our horns and wear our masks and allow those things to adorn us. There's lots of gold here. Our ancestors really were connected to the earth and still are, in bringing forth all of these different ways to honor ourselves and explore and enjoy our lives. And so, you know, there's always contrast, right? That energy that seeks to kind of take it down, even within our own communities, right? And it's important for us to continue working hard, right? Continue that cycle so that more people can realize that it's possible and they can join us whenever they're ready, right? It's just the mental entrapment that many of our brothers and sisters are still in, that fear mongering that we've been subjected to, the sheer torture and the hunger games that we've had to play in order to really relish in our birthright. The horror that we've experienced has kind of stripped us from the dream that is ours, not necessarily the American dream, right? But the dream of our ancestors, of our village, of our tribes, and allowing this snake from the world egg to ride in and provide us everything that we need without having to ask anyone for help, especially not massa, okay? So really coming together and embracing the truth and shaping our own reality out of that truth and being able to stand victoriously over that dark force, right? The illusions, the hyenas, the ones that seek to just take what is rightfully ours, okay? We have balance, okay? And prosperity is available to us, okay? So in this time, we are at the core working through our own heartbreak collectively and individually. The illusion of freedom that we've been given has forced us to compromise our integrity here and to give up our birthright out of fear of sudden death or more torture, or just seeing any one of us be slain in the street yet again over robbery, sheer robbery. Okay? So the ancestors understand that. They completely have so much compassion and love for everything that we've endured. And there's so much water here, so much of that combined element of water and air, because we also have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords here. All right, so what these feminine energies are reminding us with the elements of air and water again is that they are providing safe passage for us. They're pretty much telling us, well, you come to me, right? If I'm speaking as the ancestors, they're saying to us, you come to me with whatever is happening. You're giving birth to a whole new reality, and you need to focus on you. If for whatever reason you come across someone that is trying to oppress you, right? You bring that stuff to us, and they'll cut through the nonsense and the ignorance on our behalf, okay? So that we can continue to do our healing work and actually allow the flow and synergy to be restored on behalf of the planet, on behalf of humanity, on behalf of the feminine energy, right? There are very many masculines in the world, and, you know, in the other world that have come full circle with the role that is necessary in order to balance things out. And there are also very many that have not become aware of those changes that are needed. And so it's up to us to trust and rely on our ancestors to support our journey and turn over any concerns and worries to them, because in another dimension timeline, we had to turn the time that it's already done, right? And these are lessons that are coming through for me daily, and I'm just grateful to be able to share them with you, because the ancestors don't play. And once we stop playing with them, right, and really take hold of this and make it ours again, and release the fear of persecution for being truly who we are, then everything will restore itself. Justice shall be restored, okay? So let's ask the ancestors and angels for a message here. How can you support what is being shared from the other realms right now? Okay, would you like to clarify all of them? Let's do that. Okay, so we have be brave and honest, follow the voice of your soul. Unleash the wild within, let those horns show. Shapeshift under the moon if you must. Choose your path and follow through on it, okay? You have the instincts of all of the beings on this earth, okay, supporting you. You have this big, beautiful full moon back here. So howl at the moon if you must. Sing, dance, pour libations. Allow the ancestors to support you as you direct where you would like to go. What new direction are you looking to create and follow through on in a peaceful way, allowing ourselves to feel loved and comforted, right? Bubbling up and protecting our energy allowing the ancestors to support us with harnessing our magical power, okay? If we drop the shields on this plane, we can see things from a higher perspective and take note of what they're telling us to do so that we can be brave and honest as we move forward and no longer compromise ourselves for capitalism or consumerism or, you know, comparison, competition, just chaos. Okay, we can be brave against that because we know the truth. Okay, really taking that sword that they have flipped and manipulated and made quite perverse, we can really take hold of that as ours again, right? And following the voice of our soul, really and truly, which is to be balanced and to have compassion and to positively impact the planet and our community and ourselves. Right? We have the pyramids here, so this is definitely a reminder from the universe that we have access to that universal wisdom, that divine consciousness. We are the math, we are the key, we are the truth. And so following the voice of our soul that the ancestors have probably been pulling you towards as well is going to be really helpful as you move forward because they're speaking to you through that soul connection. And so we have to be brave and honest with ourselves to move forward in some sense of strength with that, okay, courage as we expand and move forward on our journey. So we have the feminine here with the lady enjoying growth and reaping rewards as we do that, really restoring balance within Gaia herself. And then we have retreat and recharge, okay? So really coming into a space of meditation and connecting with the ancestors, come inward to self and inward to that higher aspect, turning over all of those things from our mind that might make us be fearful or be stuck in a space of desire, gluttony, really doing too much, right? It's about balancing that out. Now, of course, our ancestors are abundantly blessing us and reminding us of our truth, right? But without a sense of balance, it burns everything down, okay? And so as you see, things have been needing to be restructured and burnt down and, you know, everything, okay? But it's up to us to track down what our fears are. We're doing that, actually taking that mantle and doing it ourselves. And the things that we sometimes desire that we don't want to let go of, right? Those things that they've given us that we want to hold on to because it feels good and we're fearful of releasing that. But having compassion for ourselves and forgiving ourselves is how we're going to be able to, you know, move forward and go inward so that we can charge up, get charged up by the sun, and renew ourselves so we can move forward. Okay. So let's get some affirmations to support. As we cross this gateway, as the veils are super thin and we can feel, sense, and speak to our ancestors, exceeding expectations. So I soar into excellence. I soar into excellence. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. Majestic we are, okay? And we have exceeded all expectations, all right? Yes. The work that we are doing is definitely making a difference, okay? My inner light shines far and wide as we really embrace our healing and our star quality The ancestors are smiling down from the clouds and rolling in on the tides, helping everything that we need to come to us on our journey, and also supporting us as we sail forth into that universal energy, that universal wisdom, bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. Okay, so they are cheering us on, and they want us to open our hearts, opening to love, the unconditional love, that spark, that flame that gives us life. Look at this. It's a boat with a flamed heart that kind of looks like this guy. Safe passage, even in the darkness, right? We illuminate that with our light, with our radiance, with our love, our unique love. Black love is the best love, okay? Stepping into the future with an open heart, okay? So I'm gonna pull some cards from the power of love, since the ancestors are encouraging us to open our heart to love and receive the abundant bouquet that they have for us of abundance as we, utilize our flag as a representation of the love that we have, acceptance here. We are ready to release control of situations or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life, going with the flow of life. It's already done, accepting that whatever it is that we see for our future is already created in another timeline. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the idea to do it, okay? And so, yes, being in a space of gratitude and being fully able to express, right, and connecting to each other through this empathy. We had transformation here, upside down. So it's time to take action and have the courage to express the unique loving colors of our souls, okay? Using the power of love to move through the illusions and shift into awareness and truth, okay? Once we are able to empathize and have compassion for ourselves, we can share that with other people, and building that emotional connection, that bridge, that universal energy of love that creates life and supports us is one of compassion, kindness, and empathy. It says we feel and understand the emotions of each other in the service of love. So our ancestors energetically know, they sense and feel what we are going through, and they're supporting our process. All right, they're helping us to understand that our service to other people is a part of our rent here. Okay, that's all we've ever had to pay the universe, is in positive attention to the things that are around us, including people, the environment, children alike, the things that we've seen here, right? So the attitude of gratitude, all right, taking things with a grain of salt and some gratitude, all right? Fully appreciating the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to us, okay? Without life, we wouldn't be experiencing any of the lessons that we're gathering through this experience. So it's important to release the fears and desires and just be grateful for what we have. Excuse me. Water is life. Air is life. Oxygen, the trees. Breathe, 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 breathe deep, retreat and recharge in meditation. It says we are ready to manifest our thoughts and transform them into acts of love. So full circle, okay? Started out with action, which talked about expression. And then we end here with expression as we transform the things that we hear, right, into acts of love, all right? Really supporting each other and accepting each other, being grateful that we're still here, okay? Moving towards a reality where we can exist freely and make the difference to humanity that we were placed here to make. We all have an individual purpose and gift. We need to unleash the wild within and be brave enough to do that. And so I'm here with you, and I'm so grateful for this message and just being present to share it with you. So I'm gonna wrap up soon. I want to just stay in the vibration of love. What message of love and interpersonal relationships do you have here for us? Solidarity. Thank you, Spirit. Oneness. That's a part of my mission statement for Nurtured Life Resource. Solidarity. Wait and see. All right. Loyalty. Teamwork. Yes. Thoughtfulness and vulnerability. Oh my God. Celebration. We love you, ancestors. Thank you so much. When I come across people in happy, healthy relationships, Black love, balanced, beautiful, melanated magic, we give jealousy and envy and all those other fear-based energies the finger and celebrate each other's joy, okay? When we do this, we're rooting for the good guys, right? We're on the right side of things, which means that we are a part of that vibration, okay? And that's a win-win, right? To see each other happy and joyful is a win-win because it inspires us to celebrate. Even if we're not personally experiencing that, we can tap into that energy and allow ourselves to embrace that solidarity, okay? So respecting that power that we have of oneness and looking for more opportunities to unleash that to the world, okay? When there are others around that has something to do that's a little challenging, we can sense through our empathy their silent call for support, all right? And participate in that experience with them. I'm so grateful for the people that have supported Saida and I in some sense of solidarity to help us with those tough moments, right? And that is the universe providing safe passage because we're all connected, all right? And so everything is easier when we work together, all right? When we have great partnerships, when we have a group of people, a community, a tribe that we can, you know, really rely on, you know, people to join you on the journey. And so as much as we are being told to quarantine and stay away, it's important to not forget that we're one, okay? And, you know, helping other people to release their own resentments because of the things that they've been through is how we've always supported each other, okay? And so getting back to that place of oneness as a community, Ashe. It says wait and see. So, you know, the ancestors really are wanting us to just embrace the things that have been shared so far and watch and see, watch them work, okay? Thoughts love to wander into assumptions and race ahead to the future. But what if you told those thoughts, right, the things that we hear on the air to cool down as we breathe and retreat into meditation and recharge and support our systems, right, with positive vibration. We can put that mental chatter on pause, take a deep breath, and just wait and see how things play out before we allow our minds to run wild. Like I wrote a little piece the other day, like, here I am. My ego mind is running wild like a scared little child, yet here I am. Okay? Allowing my higher self to align like the sacred little child that I am. Here I am. Okay? So just wait and you'll see that in that patience, being in the present moment, the everlasting now, is so much more productive than worrying and wondering what's going to happen. Because I'm telling you, I have seen the ancestors provide in ways that I could not have ever manifested in my ego mind, right? Running wild and trying to figure out all of these things with worry and stress and concern on top of it. It's not going to work that way. And so, having watched them work as I remember these things periodically, to just breathe and allow for them to support me, because I'm never alone. I'm constantly connected in solidarity to them. And it creates a sense of teamwork. It's like, if I can't lift this by myself, then the ancestors want to be good teammates with us. Okay, they want to build a relationship with us, and they're determined to do that. Trust me, they have been tugging on my heartstrings literally for like almost a year and some change now. Like, and you know, the ego mind will have us fearful of taking that journey. So we resist that urge to place blame and find ways to solve the problem together. Okay, instead of me being mad at God and the angels and ancestors for my experience, we problem solve and we co-create together, because we're all on the same side. They're cheering for us just like we're thanking them and remembering them, through our loyalty, right? That loyalty through our lineage. Okay, so being there for our ancestors the way that they're there for us. Okay, they've supported us with random rides from the grocery store, getting me definitely out of some compromising situations. You know, they don't always interfere with what we have going on, but you know, really and truly knowing that they're standing right there with us is, you know, a part of the process. They want us to get into that space of thoughtfulness around it. Okay, put your money where your mouth is. Okay, we like to say thank God for the things that we get, but are we really showing that love and reverence on a regular basis? Because in everything, we're waiting to see the ways in which our situations open up, right? No matter what you're going through, like Saida's song, you know, just trust the universe, trust the angels, trust the ancestors, trust whatever it is you believe in to your core that you know is your truth, right? Really allow that to be what takes up space in your mind rather than the things that we've experienced. And whatever it is that we're feeling, that empathy, that sense of self-compassion and self-love, being willing to be naked before the stars, right? The way that we're born like a baby, pure and vulnerable, right? Again, full circle, allowing ourselves to express our feelings, right? Children have no problem expressing their feelings. They don't care what you got going on right now. They're vulnerable and they allow the full expression of who they are. And so it's really important to release that judgment that we have of ourselves and that fear of other people judging us for being vulnerable and being empathic and being connected to our angels and ancestors and talking about these weird things. It's important to allow that to come out because we feel lighter when we can be honest, all right, about our truth and who we are. So let's pull some feminine manifesting affirmations. We have letting go with Yemaya. Okay, this is a birth card. I let go of what is for what will be, right? I release guilt, blame, and shame. So we're not blaming our ancestors any longer for the things that they were or weren't able to do. We're able to recognize the truth, okay? We're not playing the blame game here. We're just seeing the truth. It says great things happen when I embrace my truth and authenticity and compassion here. I give love, I receive love, I am love, okay? Last card from the ancestors. Let's see. One, please. Okay. Very nice. And it came back. It was at the bottom. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. Right? Yes, the Nine of Pentacles. Self-determination. Really putting our stake in the ground, our spear in the ground, and honoring that which has been created and that which has gone back into the earth. Yes, we have the number 5 here, 7 of Cups, realizing that we have the capacity to create from our dreams, our choices, right? The things that we do here. Yes, the 10 of Pentacles, really, you know, connecting to our legacy, all right? And connecting to that legacy through our ancestors and writing the story. We have the 10 of Pentacles here twice. Yes, releasing things. Oh, we have the full moon. Okay. We are the key to our own destiny. Okay. So the 10 of Pentacles is here twice, right? For the masculine and the feminine's birthright. This is a dream of ours to really connect with our heritage, connect to our lineage, connect to our ancestors, and release this old way of doing things so we can manifest the truth of what we've been placed here to have on this earth. And then we have the elephant supporting us with this full moon. It has a nice blue energy here. It's also another like walking away card, walking away from the old story that they've given us and really rewriting our future through living in the now and making good, choices and steps, following the guidance and allowing that tree of life to support us as we journey forward. Okay, so I love you all so much. I hope that you enjoyed this message. I'm grateful for the ancestors being a channel of information and a conduit. I'm grateful for being that as well, because it's a transmission. It's a co-creative process, and so I celebrate that. I celebrate you, and I appreciate you being here. Definitely look out for more content. I know the angels and ancestors are going to be pushing me to talk more to you guys and allow them to connect with you. So I love you. Ashe. We are celebrating All Saints Day, All Souls and All Saints Day. Peace.